I will welcome everyone. I'm so excited to see all your beautiful faces. This is our March 10th Team Huddle. And boy, what I wanted to start off with today was, Arbonne's got some new things coming on. I don't know if you guys have picked up on it or heard about it, but there's going to be a new registration process starting this week. At some point this week, it's supposed to be rolled out, and it's supposed to be a very simplified way for a preferred client or a consultant to go on your website and register, or you can register them. But they're making it simple for the person to be able to get on and do it easily without us having to walk them through the steps. And it's all going to be like almost just one page, 1 or 2 clicks, and they're done with the shopping and with their registration. And in fact, they will be able to put, everything in their cart, and it will show the preferred client price and the consultant running price. So they'll see the difference in savings based on what they have in their cart as a preferred client, as a consultant. Then at the end, they get to choose. Do they want to be a preferred client or a consultant? And put that in their bag. So it's just to give them a better look at, what the two differences. And, with the consultant being $49 now, and, and especially if they're getting ASVPs with the 50% discount, that can be huge. So anyway, but that's one of the great things that's coming down the pike. The other new thing that's coming that'll be a few weeks behind that is there's going to be a new source that's going to be a whole lot easier to navigate, and especially for new people, it's going to have like tiles, that you click on, and the most common things that are looked up on the source will be on the tiles, and it's supposed to be just really, really user friendly. So those are the 2 new things that are coming out real soon. And I know you guys, those of you who have been on our nation meeting, you can feel that there are big, big things coming down the pike, like lots of new products. And each month up until GTC, they're going to be rolling out something new. So this month it's the new registration and the new source. But they're going to test drive the new source first. So they're trying to get it up by March, but it could be April. April. But anyway, every month they're rolling out new things, and we may even get another new product or 2 before the GTC. But from what the MVPs are saying, that Arbonne is building momentum up until GTC, because they really want our businesses, to be in momentum, so that when what they announce and roll out at GTC, that we're in so much momentum that what they do will take us to the next level. Okay, so now, it's like a car. If a car is at a dead stop, for a car to cross the finish line, you have to get started. And so what they're wanting with all of these things that they're rolling out up until GC, they want to get us rolling, so that when whatever they're launching and doing during the month of May, that just shoots all of us over the finish line, because Arbonne wants to be that $1 billion company, and they think that we can get there. But, they can't just throw it all out at us at once, because, just like, anybody, too much is too much. You know what I'm saying? You can't assimilate it all. So that's why we're getting it in little bitty pieces to help us take hold, to get into momentum, so that when we get to GTC and we get the bulk of it, and there'll be more things to come the rest of the year, but they're really wanting to light us on fire at GTC. But we got to be in momentum to really take advantage of it, is basically what I'm saying. So if you're waiting for a sign, now is the time. Take advantage of, we're almost up to mid-month. So let's take advantage of the RE9 special. And the reason they rolled this back out, because in October, when we did it in October, the numbers were huge. You know, the consultant numbers were huge. The QV was huge. I mean, look, go back and look at your numbers. If you were here in October, go back and look at what your numbers were in October if you took advantage of the RE9 rollback. And so they're doing that again because the numbers were huge. And then if you didn't take advantage of it last October, then take advantage of it now, because there's no better time for you to stock up on RE9. There's no better time to introduce your people to RE9. And there's no better time than those people who are already using RE9 for them to stock up. Last time in October, I had several people buy 2-3 sets. And so I'm waiting just a little bit, you know, toward the middle, because they did buy 2 or 3 sets. And so I'm waiting toward the middle of March, because I'm going to see if they're ready to buy 2 or 3 sets again that'll finish them off for the year, you know. So you know, use that RE9 special, because again, I doubt, even though we saw this in October and we saw it again now, I doubt we'll see it again, because we got new stuff coming. And so the focus is going to be on the new stuff and not on the RE9 line. So use this special, the RE9 rollback or replay. Use it to build your business, to build your QV, to get your business into momentum, to get you into qualification for the next level. All right, so what else do we have to use for our mid-month push? Well, we have the March 18th, 30 Days to Healthy Living. Okay, this week there's still time to get people's ASVP orders in. Okay, so you know, get out there, talk about that, target the people. I mean, you know who needs this, and call them up and just say, I want to do this with you. I know you're going to benefit from it like I benefited from it. You know, just be yourself, share your heart, share your experience, and get people on this program, because we know it's life-changing. All right, then the next 30 Days to Healthy Living is April 1st. So all of that, all those orders have to happen in March. So we still have 2 30 Days to Healthy Living to get people enrolled in, okay, for the month of March, that will help our QV, that will get our businesses into momentum, that will get us into qualification or completing the next level. All right, also, mid-month is coming up, the 15th, in 5 days. All of our goals, as I'm looking about everybody who's on here, and then of course everybody who's going to listen to the recording, our stretch goal is 2,500 by mid-month. So we got 5 days. And so if we can get the 2,500 by mid-month, you can do 5,000 by the end of the month. And for those who are district manager and above, that's your district manager bonus. That's an extra $200 in your paycheck. For those of you who are consultants, that's going to be your consultant bonus, plus getting you into district manager qualification. So there's no reason with the RE9 replay, with the 30 Days to Healthy Living, that we cannot get to 2,500 by the 15th and then work to get to that 5,000 by the end of the month. So what else can you do during your month? You know, you still can do the one-on-one coffee appointments. You can do 3-way calls. If you've forgotten about that tool, you can do dream team calls to get people on your team, because remember, it's not just you. It's you and everybody else on your team getting to that 2,500. So the more people you bring on board for your team, even if you're just bringing them on for March, that's going to be their order, plus somebody else that they may bring on, or who they're going to share with till the end of the month, that goes towards your 2,500. So don't think of it as, oh my gosh, that's only me. It's not only you, it's you and everybody else you bring on. And even if it is only you, each one of us can PQV, personal qualifying volume, 2,500 if you're really working the 30 Days to Healthy Living. If you're really working the RE9 replay, you can do 2,500 PQV if you're really out there asking people. All right. So what are the incentives? So not only as an incentive do we know GTC has we know Arbonne has something really great for us at GTC that they're wanting us to be in momentum for. If that's not incentive enough, what other incentives do we have right now? Well, the nation 40 faces. So if you do 40 faces in March plus 2,500 PQV, you're going to get a baseball cap. You get to pick the pink or the teal, and your name goes into a drawing for $100 cash. So that's just the one incentive for March. And we all should be doing 40 faces. I mean, that's our job as Arbonne Independent Consultants, is talking to at least 40 people a month, sharing the Arbonne story, sharing our story, and then asking for the sale. It's not for us to worry about what the results are, but if we do that with 40 people, we're going to end up with 2,500 PQV. You know, the odds are, if you're talking to 40 people, you're going to end up with 2,500 PQV. And then you're going to reach all these incentives. You know, you're going to get all of this nice, neat stuff. So what else, what other incentives do we have? We have the region 40 faces, which is 3 months, 3 consecutive months of 40 faces. You get a Lululemon bag. 6 months of consecutive 40 faces, you get a Tiffany bracelet. And 11 months of consecutive 40 faces, you get a Tory Burch bag, okay? I mean, these are great, great gifts for just doing your job. Jill, does Jamie give you something every 3rd month for just doing your job?
No, but that would be nice if he did.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll give you something.
To work on that.
I will, because I'm much nicer than Jamie is.
Okay.
All right.
I won't tell him you said that.
Yeah. Don't tell him I said that. All right. And then last, we have the Wolfgang Puck Challenge DM bonus in February, March, and April, plus 2 PCs each month with 150 QV. And if you're going to Vegas with us, you get to have lunch, wine and dine with all the VPs. And if you're not going to Vegas, we have something else for you also. All right, so those are the incentives we have for you March and on to really get your business into momentum. All right, so I'm going to wrap up my part right here, and I'm going to toss it over to Brenda because Brenda's going to do a little bit of training for us this evening.
Thank you, Kim. I apologize in advance. I have a really bad cold, but I'm telling everybody it's allergies because I'm pumping immunity boost in me. But I have to tell you, normally my colds would last like a week, and this is like a 2-dayer thing. And so I'm great during the day. Just this time of night, it just starts to like intensify. But anyway, Kim asked me if I would like to do some training tonight, and I said yes, I would. Which 3 years ago I would be in panic mode, but I've learned that it makes me train myself and it makes me get more focused. So this was really good for me to do today. So anyway, I hope I can give a little pearl and pump you guys up the way I pump myself up. So thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. I was trying to figure out a subject to talk about. And I started thinking about when I was a Girl Scout. And our motto is be prepared. So I'm using that for what I really want to talk about tonight, because I really started thinking about it. When we're new, we're ignorance on bliss. We don't know what we're doing, but we're out there and we're on fire. But at some point, we got to be a little bit focused and a little bit prepared to do it. And I know you've heard it and I've heard it, but I still go back to it. For me, it starts with mindset. It starts with vision. You have to see yourself there. I've been listening to Debbie Neal and Peyton, and I can't think of the other girl. She was from Australia, but I read a lot of books on visualization. And yes, I'd like to visualize. I visualize myself a lot at my car party, and that was a lot of fun. But right now I'm focusing on the activity that I have to do to get there. I have to visualize me knocking on doors maybe me doing those texts when I don't want to text, me calling people that I don't want to call. I'm trying to visualize me doing that and having a great, happy result. So I'm really focusing on the mindset. Lean on your upline. Laura's got the flu, so I've really been leaning on Kim, and I've asked her to hold me accountable. So my team, I'll hold you accountable. You just let me know. Your team, be there for them. Be there for them, because our vision in ourselves, come on, girls, we know this. It's not strong enough. We get the head trash going on, and it's just somebody else has to believe in you. I believe so strongly in my team, and I see it. And then one day I was like, well, why am I that different? Kim says I'm okay. So you have to flip it back to yourself and keep that vision, but lean on your upline and just borrow that belief. You just hear that over and over again from all the MVPs. The second thing was scripts, and I think I touched on this before, but I brought on a new consultant a year or so ago. She's not in the business anymore, and got ready to go to one of her parties, and I said, I'm going over the core presentation from Donna Johnson. And I said, what are you doing? And she says, no, I'm just, I'm here. She said, I think I'm just going to wing it. And I about had a coronary, because you can't. It's a fun group, but it's a business. You can't wing it. And plus the fact she didn't have her food ready either. We had to go back to the store and get her food. But anyway, my point is, be prepared and kind of get ready for it. Miranda Burcham is the other one that I've been listening to a lot. And those of you that were at Impact, was it just maybe Kim? I guess she's the only one. Chris, did you go to Impact in Dallas? Okay, yeah. Then you know what I'm talking about. She has such a strong belief in Arbonne, and people will say, are you doing that network marketing thing? And she will, I can't say it as good as she does, but she'll be like, yes, I wouldn't do anything different. Network marketing is the best business model on the planet, and I've changed people's lives. And she fires it back, and she's just so pumped up and so positive about it, and she's so proud of Arbonne. And people kind of look at her, they see she's successful because she has that mindset and she believes it. So the other thing about that is she talked about painting the vision for them. If you have the mindset and you totally believe in it and you're that strong with it, paint that vision for them, whether you're trying to get them to clear up their skin or lose the weight or join the business. Hey, this could help you. How? I see that you would get healthy and drop that weight with the 30-day. I see that you would have time to go to your kids' soccer games. If you did Arbonne on the side, just a little bit, just here or there, you would have time freedom with your family. Wouldn't that be great? It has to be for them. So how do we be prepared? We have to learn the scripts. How do we learn the scripts? We listen to the recordings. We read the books. We go back to mindset. We go back to vision. It just keeps, as I kept writing this, it just kept circling back and back and back and back. Who can you give the gift to? Who can you give the gift to? I think that really has hit me this last year more than anything else. It's like, yes, we have our ups and downs, but Arbonne's a gift. Look what it's done for all of us. I have you guys are my dear friends. I wouldn't have the relationships that I have without you. Arbonne is a gift. It's an absolute gift. And the success and the monetary are just, to me, that's just a cherry on top of the ice cream, The third thing, and we've talked about this too, is direction. People want to follow a leader. And I realized this from Miranda Burcham again. People don't want to follow you unless you know where you're going. And I just listened to Peyton Ma. She would have people that I would actually say to her, you don't even have your car yet, which I think I would have ditched those friends. But anyway, her response was, just watch me. Not yet, just watch. And she left them in the dirt. I love that. And she also talked about give up the good for the great. And that's what Kim was talking about last week or the week before. Season of grit. And it all falls into place with everything that Arbonne's got planned for us this month, next month, and with GTC in May. It's that season of grit. The more I listen to the NVPs, the more I realize that they're no different than us. They've just heard a lot more no's than we have. That's the only difference. That's just the absolute only difference. The only difference. Pour into yourself, because when you pour into yourself, you can then pour out to others. I realize that if I don't consistently do some kind of personal growth during the day, especially when I'm sick or when I'm down or, had a rejection, I've got to get back on track with that. I've got to get back on track with that. So one of my friends said, mind your mind. And I just thought that was really powerful. I have that written down in my bathroom, mind your mind. Because if your mind starts going in a different direction, real negative, the talk trash, it can change you. So mind your mind. The other thing that I've been aware of listening to on tapes is your duplication and keeping it simple. Yes, we sell products, but a lot of people, I still think they think we're the Avon lady, and we're not. It's not about that. It's about changing lives through the products, but through the business. It can change lives. If you believe and commit and get your mindset and vision, then it's easy to ask. You can't get somebody to join you if you don't believe and aren't excited and aren't powerful about it. And yes, sometimes it's hard when you've had some no's, but we just have to have more no's. That's how you get to MVP. I'm totally convinced of that. And then the last thing real quick, sorry, I'm losing my voice. And this, I guess, comes from my real estate. We have to learn to close. I had to revisit how I'm closing people and how I'm asking people. I sent Kim a text today. I had a little win tonight. I went to a church dinner and was talking to these gals across. I didn't know their names because I'm in a different class sometimes because I lead divorce care. But anyway, they started talking about diet and food and this and that. And so, I'm like this. So I was trying to figure out how to weave Arbonne in. And so at the end of the dinner, I was starting to, get the dry throat. I'm like, okay, you need to ask. And then a little voice said, oh, you don't know her that well. Don't ask. I'm like, stop, shut up. So I finally just said, hey, I said, you've heard about the 30-day. I know you know about it in our protein shakes. I said, I went back to Eric Worre, which is why I go back to reading and read the personal growth. I said, if I brought you a sample, would you try it? She goes, oh yeah, sure. So I'm like, great. So then it's like, I have no clue what her name is. I don't know her name. So I handed her my phone. I said, would you put your contact info on my phone? That way I'll give you a holler. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. So I'm going to bring her a sample tomorrow and hopefully get her on the 30-day. But you come close to clutching, at least I do. But it just that I kept thinking of the vision and the power, and I kept thinking about today at lunch. I took my grandsons to lunch, and they brought out these little Coke bottles, like the old-timey ones. And Elliot said, I wonder if we can keep these. And so I said, well, just ask. And so I thought about that tonight. I'm like, you could tell your grandkids that, but you can't do it. Why is that? So anyway, it's just the asking for the close is just critical. And whatever it takes, you have to listen to music, if you have to slap yourself around, whatever it is, the close is absolutely critical. I've been to parties where people just kind of mill around, and at the very end, you have to say, okay, let's get your order. Kim, I know Meredith at her party, she has a closing table. She has a specific table to have them sign up and close. She's serious when she has an event. And I've learned I'm not going to have an event that I'm not going to at least, hey, I'm going to ask for that order. I'm not going to waste my time and my money buying snack trays and chips and stuff like that if I'm not going to try to get something out of it. So just make sure that your close is strong, and if whatever it takes, you need to listen to music or whatever, just get yourself pumped up for that. It has to be about them when you close them, though. It has to continually be about them and what's in it for them. And maybe one of the things that Peyton said was, what have you got to lose? Whether it's, you know, the weight or your skin or the business, what have you got to lose? I'm here for you. I have such a strong belief. This is where I'm going. This is my direction. This is where I'm going. Let's do this together. Let's just close it together. And this is funny. This is why I said I don't mind talking anymore on this, because I learned as I literally was doing this, I'm writing, and all of a sudden it came into my head, and I wrote this down. You can have your belief, but you can't control their belief in themselves. So if you are prospecting somebody and you see the vision for them and they don't see it, they don't do it, you guys, it's not us. It's bless their heart. We say that in the South. They don't have the vision in them for themselves. And that's okay. That's okay. You can't change that. But just keep our vision strong. I'm going to lean on you guys. You guys lean on me. But I know the next few months are going to be awesome for all of us. I really do. And I just thank you, Kim, for leading from the front.
Oh, thank you, Brenda. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Wow. And I did ask, if, a couple of the leaders on our group if they had any wins they wanted to share. And Brenda shared her win that she had today at the dinner. And so Angel said she had a win that she would like to share.
Okay. Thank you, Brenda, for just, being transparent and sharing with us about how, just giving us some good tips on how we need to prepare and how we need to not only envision for ourselves, but envision for our prospects and the people that we want, to be on our team and who we would love to serve as a preferred client. And then Kim, again, thanks for always leading from the forefront and encouraging us and keeping us informed of all of the great stuff going on in Arbonne. I did. I think that, Brenda, you really helped me because I did have 3 events this week and I didn't close any of them. But I think we do have to fall in love with the journey. I got my 10 seconds of Brave on, and I looked at my calendar this month and I said, okay, I'm going to have some events. I haven't been able to find anyone who really could edge in the time to, clean their house or get girlfriends together and host for me. So I said, you know what? I'm going to host myself. So I picked a Monday night, and then I picked a Thursday because it worked for my schedule. I picked an event for 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So I pretty much stayed home all day and gave everybody their choice. And I actually had some really good turnout. Again, I didn't close, but I got that confidence and I was able to deliver. And I'll tell you, girls, that my biggest win I've had in a long time was that I had a chicken list. I had this friend who's been on my chicken list, and I've avoided even talking to her about Arbonne for 6 months because I knew she was a Beachbody girl. She's been a stay-at-home mom because her husband's in corporate. She's blessed to be able to do that. She takes very good care of herself, and she has an 18-year-old daughter that's in cosmetology school. And so I don't know why, I just made it up in my head, but I was scared to ask her to take a peek. So I put on 10 seconds of Brave, and I just call, and you really can't hang up because everybody knows you called them, right? So when it's ringing, you're in it. So don't think I didn't think about hanging up. But I said, hey. So I invited her, and she said, oh, yeah, I'm going to come by Thursday. So I was so excited. So I calling Kim, calling Krista, and I was like, okay, getting excited about having this mother and daughter team coming over. Well, then she calls me Thursday. Lexi had to work, So I overcame objection, and I said, okay, I know tonight's not going to work for you. How about you swing by tomorrow? Oh, well, me and my husband do something on Friday. I'm like, girl, come over and get a free glass of wine. I've got everything set up. Anyway, they came. The whole family came. They stayed for 2 hours. So I had the corporate husband, I had the beautiful Beachbody wife, and I had the 18-year-old cosmetology student sitting at my table I'm freaking out, sweating everywhere. But I did it, and they loved everything they heard. She doesn't even use Beachbody because the Shakeology upsets her stomach. She's just a Beachbody girl to get the videos. You never know. That's why we hear it. Don't prejudge, and we prejudge. And now, of course, I didn't close them because I told you I stink at the close. But I know that I've at least planted the seed, and now I can follow up the fortunes and the follow up. So I sent them home with some great samples. They were very engaged, had lots of questions. So that was a huge win for me. It boosted my confidence. It just talking verbally about this business to other people outside of you, my precious Arbonne sisters, really gives us the confidence and the education, and just reaffirms what we already know about Arbonne and why we have stayed in it for so long, and why we're falling in love with this company and with these products. And so to be able to share that with other people. So I would just challenge you, look at your calendar, clean out your bathroom, make sure that, your boys haven't peed all over the toilet seat, clean your guest bathroom, set the stuff out on your kitchen table, and pick a day that you stay home all day and have people just come and, say, hey, healthy happy hour, put a few snacks on. It was really great. So if anything, I just really feel like I've learned so much about myself, and it was empowering to be able to share that with somebody that I was so scared and shared with. So just want to share that with you guys. I hope that you get some little piece of encouragement from that.
Thanks, Angel. Absolutely. I mean, oh my goodness. Anytime any of us step out on that scary branch and ask somebody on our chicken list, that's a big deal. And you did so well with, with sharing your heart and telling the Arbonne story. So I am sure good things are going to come of that. And definitely the fortunes and the follow-up. So we look forward to hearing your follow-up with your family. So that is great.
Kim,
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just want to tell you that Angel was in town a couple weeks ago, and she came to a party that that I had, a girl had for me. And now Angel was so powerful, and I told you this, I've oxyed you. You were so powerful in your presentation. You may not see it, but I saw it. And I had a girl sign up as a consultant that night, and I told Angel I'd give you 50% of that. Credit, just credit. That's
right. Yeah.
Just credit.
She can stay on your team.
Right.
Thank you, though.
But I'm serious. You don't know how good you are. And all you got to do is follow up with this girl, get a few closing deals, and you'll get her. You'll get her. You just visualize you're going to get her.
That's right. Visualization. You visualize her on your team.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. All right. Does anybody else have a quick win they want to share? All right. Well, I want to share a quick win that Krista and I just did real quick. Krista and I just did a dream team. I have, and you guys know for months, I have been encouraging, let's do some three-way calls with the people you want on your team, or let's do a dream team Zoom. And so Krista and I have done a couple of dream team Zooms, and they are as amazing as the three-way calls. And, the quickest way to build your team is to get them to get people you want on your team some third-party validation. And, between you and me, or you and whoever else you ask for that third-party validation, because you come together, and it's not that you're overpowering them with, you got to sign up. You're overpowering them with this huge vision, with what it can be in their life. So I highly encourage you to use the tools, use the three-way call, use the Dream Team Zooms, because they are so powerful and they will help you build your team. All right. So let's close up tonight's Team Huddle. And I just want to go back to something that that I'm reading that has really struck me, just to really light a fire under me. But it pretty much what I'm reading, it's saying, don't let your mind be conditioned for mediocrity. Refuse to be mediocre because the people around us are mediocre. You know, sometimes we just get bogged down because it's just the way people are. It's just what they're doing, you know, and it's just, good enough is good enough. You know, you hear Eleanor say that all the time, you know, good enough is good enough. Don't let good enough be good enough in your life, because we know Arbonne is our vehicle and we can have amazing lives. God created us for so much more than just a mediocre life, for just getting by, for just living day to day. We were created for so much more. We were created to make a huge ripple effect in our, you know, in our family, in our neighborhoods, in our communities, in our states, in our nation, in our world. I mean, just my ripple effect. I mean, I can't even imagine, because I said yes all the way to Pennsylvania and all the way to Colorado and Texas here. I mean, who would have guessed, would I've in a million years believed I could have had that kind of ripple effect? And it's not because of what I did. It's just because I said yes, and because I paint the vision, because I asked somebody, but then you guys ask, and it's that continual ripple effect. You know, God created us to make these ripple effects, so don't settle for mediocrity in your life. You know, jump in, create that ripple effect, ask people to try these products, ask people to join your team. You know, set big, scary goals for yourself, because that's pushing out of mediocrity. If we live our lives without goal setting and just live day to day, that's living, you know, in mediocrity. That's just living day to day. The excitement, the passion, you know, when you look on, you know, you see on TV or you see this, you say, boy, man, she's got a great life. Or boy, you know what? It's because they're living outside of day to day. They've set big goals. They're stepping out on that scary branch, because that is where great things happen. So let's not settle for mediocrity in our lives. We have a vehicle, and it's called Arbonne. Let's use it to not only change our lives, let's use it to change so many other people's lives. All right, that's it. That's all tonight, guys. I have loved seeing your beautiful faces. We'll be back here again next Sunday. Between now and then, text me, box me, call me, whatever you need. I'm here to support you. You want a three-way? Let's do it. You want a Zoom Dream Team? Let's do it. You just want a one-on-one call to talk through what you're doing? Let's do it. I am here for you guys. I support you. I want your dreams to come true. All right. Love you guys. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Love
Thank
you.
guys.
John Boy.
See you guys.